Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jeff White, Jeff White Fitness Solutions. Thanks for checking out this video today. And today, I want to talk about why I can't stand mainstream news. And I refuse to watch it. I haven't watched mainstream news in years. I haven't watched it on television, and I don't look at it on my computer or my phone when I log on. See, a lot of times when you get on and you click on news or go to news, you'll see news stories and you think you're caught up on the events of the day or what's important, but in reality it may not be as important as you think. So this is just a sample of a main page, a home page on a news channel, and you can see some of the topics here. And this doesn't help me. This does not help me at all as for what I need to be an informed citizen and to make important decisions. And I'm just going to, show you a couple of things that I think is a lot better than what they show us on mainstream news. So check this out. Hey, what's up, everybody? So should this be front page news? Do you think this is something people should know? Is this something that you would like to know so you could prepare for this? We're talking about a wave of blackouts across the country due to the electrical grid being overstressed. If you knew this, would you think that you would prepare? Would you get some type of solar generator? Would you get some type of apparatus that could keep some of your appliances working? I think you would, but they don't tell us these things. It's not on front page news, so you have to go actively look for this information. So if I tell someone I'm going to buy a solar generator, they'd be like, well, why are you buying that? You don't need that. Maybe I do. You just don't understand the reason that we need it. And I blame the media for not putting this type of information out there. But wait, there's more. Here's something else that should definitely be on your radar. We've all heard of the World Health Organization, or WHO. Well, they want to update the pandemic treaty, and they are going to meet between the 22nd and 28th of this month. And what they're doing is they want to update the treaty, and they basically means they want sovereign rule over how pandemics and other calamities are handled. So they want to be able to have a uniform method of handling these things for over 120 countries or the sovereign nations. And they don't have to have a vote. They can just do it and implement it for all these different countries. So for example, if they want to say everyone needs to be locked down, they can do it. If they say everyone needs to be fully stuck in the shoulder to go buy groceries, they can do that as well. This is huge. You don't have a say in this. Once it's done, it's done. And have you heard of this? Have you heard of the pandemic treaty? This should be front page news and something you should be aware of, but of course, it's not discussed. And it never will be in front page news because they don't want you to know. They want to keep you distracted. This is why you must be vigilant and look and learn and seek information for yourself. Don't wait for them to give you the information. By the time they do, it'll be too late to act on it. Here's another story that I think should have made front page news. See, while everyone was focused on Chris Rock and Will Smith, the FBI was doing research and found that there have been many cyber attacks on U.S. food plants and mysterious fires. Now, there have been over 20 since the start of the year, but the average person has no idea this is going on. How would you feel, or would you like to know about these things? Is this important to you? Because this is important to me, because this affects our food. I mean, think about it. If there are food plants being hit by cyber attacks, and they don't know where they're coming from, that's important. Not to mention that could cause or increase the risk of food shortages. Wouldn't you like to know that? If you knew that, that may prompt you to go out and buy more food to stock up. But we're not taught these things. But wait, there's more. So I'm going to go over a few examples of stories I think should have been mainstream news that could have made a really big impression on people. Now, this is from last year, March 2021. So you can clearly see what this story is about. But look at who it's from. University of Chicago Medicine. This is from the University of Chicago Medicine. Would the narrative have changed even a little bit last year if this story would have made headline news? If you would have turned on your browser and saw this story on every news site, front page, along with the other stories we saw, would this have made a difference in the narrative of what we went through last year? I mean, seriously, think about it, because a lot of people are not aware of these type of benefits or stories. This is something that you should really think about. They tell us certain stories and they neglect or omit others. I personally would like to have multiple sides of one story so I can make my own decision. This is just one example of something that I wish they would have made front page news. And of course, there's more. Okay, guys, so here's another website in their headline news. They're talking about the pig virus. I see Johnny Depp. It's a story about Tom Cruise. And the abortion ruling. There are a lot more things I think that can be talked about than Tom Cruise and Johnny Depp as far as headline breaking news. So people will look at this and think they're caught up, and they think that this is all that's going on in the world. Unfortunately, you have to really pay attention and actively seek out the news, because unfortunately, the news is big business, and what they do is they put out information that gets the most views and most attention, and they put out information that they want you to know, and they also use it as a distraction. Because look, there's more information that you really think that I think you should know more about than what's going on with Johnny Depp and Tom Cruise. Now, see, this is a hot topic. This is a very, very important topic that's not getting discussed like it should. See, China is having some severe lockdowns due to COVID restrictions, and it's several different ports that are being locked down. Now, these lockdowns are going to affect the United States within the next 3 to 6 months. That means we're going to be short on a lot of different supplies. We're not seeing the effects yet, but we're going to see it. So if you saw this article, the logical thinking would be, maybe I need to start buying some things now before the shortages get too bad, or before prices get too expensive on the remaining items we have left. But all we're talking about is Tom Cruise and Johnny Depp. Think about it, people. There's so much more going on in the world that we must know about that can help us prepare for the changes in the world. But if we don't have the opportunity, if it's not discussed in mainstream news, a lot of people will not know about it. But guess what? There's more that we should know about. So in addition to what's going on in the United States or your area, you must look at what's going on around the world, because it could affect you too. So this is a huge story. It won't ever make front page news. So the EU is working on an amendment where they will be able to go into your phone and check your chat messages for any illicit activity. They'll be able to go into your phone and check your messages without your consent. This is huge, huge. You will never see this in mainstream news. But wouldn't you like to know about this potential invasion of privacy? And if they're going to do it over in Europe, what makes you think it won't travel over to other countries also? This is very important information. And it's stuff like this is why I say I want to get off the grid. Now, when I talk like that, people look at me like I'm crazy. They don't understand. But this is why. I don't need people watching my every move. So when you understand why people are saying these things, it can make it a little bit more understandable or even reasonable to you. And you might even agree with it if you knew the backstory. So check this out. This is very important also, people. So look at these 3 screenshots. Do any of these stories resonate with you? Are these things that you would like to know? Personally, I would like to know that Russia is threatening the world with nuclear weapons. I would like to know we're on the verge of World War III. That's just me. If blood pressure medicine has been recalled by the very company that has pushed that other thing so hard for the last 2 years, I would like to know that. I would also like to know if a medication that was pushed in the United States was banned in other countries for people under age 30. I would like to know that. I think all of these are breaking news, front page worthy stories, but they're not discussed. You can pick and choose your reasons why, but I think this is something that we all need to know. And again, this is why I don't like mainstream news, because they don't tell me the things that I want to know. Okay, guys, so I'm going to close this out. And here's this another headline site, headline news main page. So as you look at this, there's some information here you can use, but there's a lot of information here that's just, in my opinion, not worth headline news. It's very important that we understand what's going on in the world so we can prepare. We must prepare. And you tell me, with some of the information I shared in my previous slides, is that more important than what you see here? Now, some people will say that a lot of stuff that I just shared, whatever, is doom and gloom. I do not look at it as doom and gloom. I look at it as information we need to know so we can better prepare ourselves. I don't want to be blindsided with food shortages. I don't want to be blindsided with Russia hurling nukes. I want to know so I can prepare. I don't want to be blindsided with power outages. This is why people prep. They prepare because there are things out there that's not discussed in mainstream news, and the average person has no idea it's going on. So I challenge everyone watching, if you're still watching, be proactive, seek information, seek and ye shall find. Do not rely on mainstream media to be your primary source of information, because if you do, you will be stuck with violence, negativity, and mindless information. So let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Do you follow mainstream news? What are some of your mainstream or news sources? Let's talk about it, people. But we got to get away from mainstream news because they are taking us on a path to nowhere. So thanks for watching, and I will talk to you later. Till next time, peace.